The word Advent is from the Latin word adventus, which means coming. This meaning already draws our mind to the fact that something is coming. Hence, the urgent need to prepare. Advent is always associated with 4 weeks of precious preparation for Christmas. As we prepare to meet Jesus, both as the baby lying in the manger and as the glorious King of the universe, it may be helpful to reflect on the seasons and feasts that the Church celebrates each December. Since the 1900s, Advent has been considered the beginning of the Church's year. This does not mean that Advent is the most important time of the year. Easter has always had that honor. Advent is a time of waiting and preparing, both for the celebration of Jesus' birth at Christmas and for his coming at the end of the world. And quoting from the Creed, he will come again in glory to judge the living and the dead, and his kingdom will have no end. Advent is waiting for the Redeemer. The word coming is associated with waiting. Waiting is part of life, and throughout life, we learn that the fullness of life is not available like instant coffee. So we have to wait. A woman stands at the end of the pier, her eyes scanning the horizon as she waits for her husband's ship to come home. A father climbs a hill to the lookout, exercising his hope that his younger son will come home soon. Young parents wait with growing expectation for the birth of their child. An old man sits at a nursing home, still waiting for the day when his family will visit him. All of them wait, and that waiting tests the quality of their hope. They are powerless to bring about what they hope for. All they can do is wait. To bring it home, if this year has taught us anything, it is to learn the act of waiting and hoping that soon a lasting solution will be found to COVID-19 with all its related economic, political, social unrest and uncertainties across the world. This sense of searching, waiting, and watching captures the spirit of Advent, the season in which we long for both the celebration of Jesus' birth at Christmas and for his return in glory. We wait for the light of the world, bringing fresh meaning to the cry of the prophet Isaiah. Advent comes with a package of blessing for every individual and family. Family and friends often gather around the Advent wreath, lighting the appropriate candles of hope, expectation, and prophecy. They read from the daily Advent meditations and sing songs. The 4 candles convey these messages. The first candle, or the prophet candle, is a symbol of hope, hope to our hopelessness. The second, or the Bethlehem candle, symbolizes faith rooted in love. The third, or the shepherd's candle, symbolizes joy. The fourth, or the angel's candle, symbolizes peace. And of recent, the 5th candle is the Christmas candle. Advent is a time we are reminded that We have to wait for God and not sleepwalk into the future. When we wait for God, our waiting is prayer. The story of Jesus has to be repeated and remembered again and again, and that memory of love becomes the ground for our hope. When God's people remember, the memory of His love gives life to His people and brings the past into the present. It gives the people a reason to wait, and it builds up hope. The future holds hope because we are convinced of God's action in the past. This is why memories are so precious and makes the distinction between hope and despair. What we remember keeps us awake to what is still to come. And that is why we tell the story of salvation over and over again, beginning from Advent. We all need to be reminded of God's love. We are called to wait, to hope, and to trust in promises made. During this season, may we carry the flame of hope, looking back on our life and faith journey. As we reflect on these experiences of life and the goodness of God, what is the message of hope we have to share with others, especially in these difficult times? We keep in mind all those suffering from the effects of COVID-19 and all other sicknesses and related stress. May the world hear again the words, "Comfort my people." We hold close to our hearts families in distress and without hope. May the Holy Family be their inspiration and source of hope. As we long for families to be reunited, come, Lord, be with us. As we long for cures and healing, come, Lord, be with us. As we long for decent jobs and economic security, come, Lord, be with us. And as we long for love and community, come, Lord, be with us. May our waiting be a life-giving experience, and we ask for renewed faith that we might be light for others. Thank you.